This is straight up truth between the beef with Moby and Drake. We got to use Drake because Oliver don't hold no weight unless it's Oliver from the Arrow. You know, that's the only way we gonna hold some weight here. But you know, let's get to it. We got a situation, man, and the situation is these young rappers, they don't understand the business aspect of what they get into. And once they get into the situation, then they, oh man, I ain't getting what I'm supposed to be getting, man. I'm getting screwed. I thought we was homies, man. How many times do these people have to be reminded that this is a business? Nobody's going to pay you what they don't have to pay you. They ain't gonna say, oh man, he my guy, let me hit him with a couple of $100. They don't have to. Drake doesn't know him. Drake gave him reference because he saw the video still. And he saw that little move and he did it in Energy. And he gave him a shout out on Summer 16. You know, and gave him, you know, props because they were providing reference tracks that may be on Views. We don't know if they're on there yet. They don't even know if those songs that they referenced are going to be used on the song, which they would have been paid for. So, when you say you haven't got any money, all you got was $500, you're not an employee of OVO. Unless it's in your contract saying that. See, when you ghostwrite, it's such a loose term that rights and all these things like third party publishers, information, all that stuff like DVD rights, that's come associated with stuff like that, movie, television, internet. You know, it's all these different rights that you have that you could write away by signing your name, that you haven't even probably negotiated. So that's why I was like, it's such a gray area when you do these type of things, because you're basically giving them a reference. Now, how much is that determined is on the success of the product. So whatever you referenced, if it was good enough and they wanted to keep you around, if you had someone negotiating for you, you probably would have negotiated a deal with OVO, which will protect you from your rights if you were a bona fide employee of the company OVO. Because other than that, there is no guarantee you have exclusive rights to the product after that. You think because it's copywritten work that it becomes to you. You could write that away and credit could be given to the company. They could own it because they can say they purchased it from you. Now, you can have something that's called part of the rights in a discussion. You know, that normally happens in the original, deal. But see, here's the thing. All of these payments that they think they're supposed to get, unless they're being paid off, you get a lump sum up front. Other than that, you're not going to get, if they talking about keeping you around, you're not going to get one big gigantic check. You're going to get minimum payments. If they decide they want to do something, people think they're going to get $1 million. Like, it's unrealistic. These people don't have any concept of business or how a company is ran. So obviously, Oliver is the scavenger. And probably they brought him in, set him down, told him what was going on, told him that he was in breach of everything by putting out all this information on Facebook that violated the contract, that violated any deal he had with them, and what he was in line to get if they did choose the songs he was about to blow. So right away he probably said, oh my God, what am I doing? There's a gag order on this. There's a gag protection. Like, I need to keep my mouth shut. It's like, oh yeah, it's non-disclosure, deal. I mean, I'm quite sure OVO has that. If Oliver's smart, NDNA. So look, all I know is, because I don't know too many people in Canada who would even care to even know who this guy is. And this is what it is. It's guys who looking for a break into business. But you got to understand that this is business. Quentin Miller made the same mistake. He became a disgruntled employee who was like, man, I'm only making $5,000 a month, and they making all this money off my songs, dude. You have a publishing right. Now, how your deal was structured is on you. Did you write your rights away? But you have publishing that should be coming. You should be getting a check. You have a credit, a writing credit on that album, which means you will see points off that record unless you wrote away your publishing. That's why I say get a manager, get a lawyer. Even if you don't think you just want to go in there and work with them, have them talk to your manager or lawyer, someone that went to school who could protect your interests. Everyone has a job to do. But you're going to help make someone else rich, and hopefully they put you on. Now, the Quentin Miller situation, he probably saw his first check out of his writing credits and decided, oh my God, let me shut up. You know, this stuff takes time to come in. These are called residuals. I don't understand these new rappers, man. So of course he deletes all the stuff off Instagram. You know, of course he does that. And now everything's all, no, we cool, we got paid. Yay. So the whole thing is about crying about some money. That's all it was. So for anybody there who was asking, man, what's going on with Drake and this and that, look, when Views on the 6 drop, that thing's going to sell 1 million downloads, 20, 30 on Apple. It's going to shut it down. People have been waiting on Views for the 6 for a while. Will his songs be on there? We don't know. But I guarantee you he's been paid handsomely for it, and he probably wrote away any publishing rights to the company. And this is for OVO. Stop using lames and cools. I understand it's successful, but you can see it brings more headache than it does like any type of monetary gain out of it. It really sucks the life out of the company because people be like, I don't want to work for OVO. You don't get paid. You know, it puts a negative like stigmata over the company. You don't want that. You want people to be like, man, this is a company I want to go to. I can make it. You know, I could come out. And then basically, if you're the artists that are on OVO, let's look at the people that's on the label, that's signed. People like The Weeknd, I guarantee you he had a manager. I guarantee you all those people that came over there who got deals had managers. And they were able to go in there and negotiate a deal. Instead of saying, my homeboy, can you hook me up? And this is why, there's no offense to any of the rappers out there that's trying to get on and try. This is why I don't really listen to y'all music. This is the BS that comes with it. And everybody gonna say, man, that ain't me, fam. That ain't me, fam. I would never do that, fam. That's not what I do. You all say that. So as everybody saying it, I guarantee you there are some that just want you to listen and give you their opinion. This is why I say you don't need my opinion, because it's not going to go anywhere. I am not in the music business, period. It is done. I don't want to be in the music business, period. I might look through some beats for somebody that I know and say, well, this is a track right here, or use this record here. Sample this, chop this up. This is what you need right here. See that sound? Yeah. If you work with that and chop that, you ain't gonna have no problem. They ain't gonna get you for sampling. They'll never know where this note came from if you do it right. Which the people I know, they know how to do it right. They ain't got no problem. But this is what I'm talking about. Period. About this game. It's crazy. People are like, yeah, but I think if you use a ghostwriter, you can't be a lyricist. So the Sugar Hill Gang, who made Rappers Delight, how many people wrote lyrics? One guy wrote lyrics, right? Wrote for everybody. So it's not like this is something that never happened. We discussed this. DMC wrote the lyrics for Run. Run did not write Run DMC lyrics, and it was cool. DMC wrote the rhymes. It was known. Run was an MC. Personality. MC Light. People wrote for her. Nobody cared. Little Kim. People wrote for her. Nobody cared. I mean, Scarface wrote raps. It's not like they don't write too. Yugmouth wrote rhymes for Scarface. Nobody cared. And Willie D, Scarface, and everybody else wrote for Bushwick Bill. Nobody cared. This thing goes on and on. So when they say, oh, well, you can't be considered the greatest of all time because somebody else wrote your rhyme, you gotta deliver. But when you bite somebody's record, don't pay them, and try to act like it's your own, now you steal it. Now you biting. Now you a sucker. And that's Meek Mill. And ain't nothing y'all gonna say can get him out of that. He been exposed. So I hope this cleared up a lot. And I'm out.